Hi guys, and welcome to my channel. It is Karen here with you today. Today I'm going to share with you a page that I'm doing for Scrap FX in my Large Dilutions journal. And I've got some of the new rice papers here from Scrap FX, and this one is some of the Art Nouveau labels. They're actually wine labels and they've been printed onto the rice paper, and they look really pretty. So I've picked this one out of the two to use today, and I've also got the pen and ink writings rice paper as well because I wanted to put that with it. I thought that would look really cool. So I'm just preparing my paper there by just ripping it so it hasn't got a real hard cut edge on it. It's like if you tear it, it comes out with a soft edge. And the glue that I'm using today is it's from Stamperia, and it's called mixed media glue, and it's basically a gel medium. So I'm just using that underneath my rice paper and then over the top just to smooth out all the little creases and bubbles that I may have in the rice paper, trying to make it as smooth as possible. Although if it does have a crease or two in it, it doesn't really matter, it just adds a little bit more texture. So I'm just going to rip off another piece and stick that on down the bottom here as well. And there we go. So that'll look pretty good, I think. So yep, that bit had a few creases in it, that's why I keep on going over it. So yeah, I'm happy now that they're all fully stuck down and there's no bubbles underneath, so that's really good. So once I've actually got that dry, I'm going to use some of my Jane Davenport layer cake paints to paint in my background. So I'm just activating the paints or the colours that I want to use with a little bit of water. And I've got my paintbrush here. It's just an ordinary paintbrush. It's nothing special. It's just a 3/4 inch flat brush, and I've wet it and I'm just dipping it into the paints to spread the colours around over the top of these rice papers here. So I picked these pink and purpley colours because that's what was in the in that rice paper Art Nouveau label from Alphonse Mucha. So yeah, so I wanted to tie it in a little bit with that. So I'm using, yeah, the hot pinks and purples, and I'm going to add a little bit of this new metallic blue, which is really pretty. So, and then that will mix in with the pink and kind of make some purpley colours in there as well. So once that's dry, I've now picked out a stencil here from Scrap FX, and I can't remember what it's called. Sorry, I'm terrible with names, but it is an Art Nouveau style pattern, so that's why I picked it out, so that I could use it. So I've just got some white paint, and I'm just pouncing the paint through the stencil with a little sponge, just to create a little bit more interest into my background. And now I'm just sticking on the rice paper there with the mixed media glue underneath and on top again, and you can kind of see some of the layers coming up through the rice paper. Now I did have another Art Nouveau stencil there from Scrap FX, but it was just a little bit too big, so I decided not to use that, but I am using this clock stamp, foam stamp from Scrap FX. Now I'm just going around the edges of my rice paper label with some gold Posca pen because of that era. A lot of their signs actually had gold in them, so that's what I'm doing there. And I'll just grab that stencil out again that I used before, and I've got some it's Crafters Workshop modelling paste, and it's in Greek and gold is what it's called. So yeah, I'll just put that on there, and once that dries, which does take a little while, I can move on to my page. So I've got these beautiful little silhouettes here from Scrap FX, so I'm just going to glue them into place with a little bit of art glitter glue, sorry, mind blank, and I'll just put a few little dots on the back of it just to get it to stick down into place. And what I'm writing there is Alphonse Mucha, which is the artist who actually designed all these beautiful paintings, and his gorgeous work. Love his work actually. Beautiful. So one of the last things that I've done there is just put a little bit of mark making onto my work, and yeah, that's it. So I hope I have inspired you. Please check out some Scrap FX goodies, and till next time, see you later. Bye.